Hi everyone, this is Anthony and I'm going to be leading you guys through one of the extra training sessions that we have set up for you. Now I know a lot of you have been following along with our classes during the week for some of our activities with stretch and mobility and for our personal training and following along for the yoga as well. So this is just an extra class if any of you would like to follow along as well. Now the great thing is with all of our classes, please feel free to take them all at your own pace. If you feel that you'd like to progress any of the movements, please feel free to. If you feel you need to regress the movements, once again, we want everyone moving at their own pace and we want everybody happy and healthy as they go through our classes. So if you feel that you need with some of the squatting, for some of the lateral movements or for even just some of the different movements as we start to increase the tempo, please feel free to take your own time. Go at a depth that you're happy and healthy with and just make sure that you're enjoying the workout. In today's workout, I've just got 3 props. I've got a chair behind me that I'll be using for a little bit of balance with some of our movements and also to help with some of the squatting. I've also just got a towel in case I get a little bit sweaty, but the main thing I'll need today is plenty of water. So if you've got those 3 things and you're ready to jump on into the workout, let's get things started. So as I was saying, I've got the chair here for any of our movements that we're going to be doing, whether it be with our squats, whether it be with our calf raises, or even some of our side-to-side movements. If I need a little bit more balance or stability, I'm going to be bringing in the chair. For yourselves, if you've got a chair at home, that's awesome. Or otherwise, if you're doing the workout by a bench, just as long as you can use it for some stability to help you out throughout the workouts. Anyway, without further ado, let's get things going. So, we're just going to start off just with some easy steps forward and back. We just want to get our heart rate going, start getting everything moving. So whether that be just breathing in and breathing out. We want to just get a nice tempo as we move forward. So as we go in, just going forward and back. Now, as we start to get everything moving, I'd love you to start think about how we're going to get our arms moving, how we're going to get all the blood flowing as we go through our class today. So whether you want, you start giving your wrists a little bit of a shake, give your arms a little bit of a shake and just making sure that we're moving well and that we're going to get ready for the whole workout today. Excellent, keep it going. Nice and easy tempo, just stepping forward and stepping back. Just getting everything up and active for a great start to the day. Excellent. Good job, guys. Fantastic. All right, we're going to start to move into our first variation of our walking. What I'd love you to do, we're going to be going a wide step and then a narrow step. So as we travel through, just think about it in a nice tempo. We're going to be stepping wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Out, out, in, out, in, in. Nice and easy as we go through, just challenging ourselves so we've got a little bit of balance and opening up into a nice wide step and then coming back into a nice tall posture as we step back into our narrow step. So wide, wide, narrow, narrow, out, out, in, out, out, in. Keep that going, making sure that we've got a nice tempo and a nice tall posture as we move through. So step, 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 step. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow, out, out, in. Keep it going. Very nice. Good job. So for me, I've been starting things off by stepping left, right, left, right. Now I'm going to take it round the other way. So I'm going to go wide, wide, narrow, narrow. So right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left. Just take it nice and wide, but keeping a good tempo and making sure that I've got good balance and I'm stepping firmly on one foot and then onto the other. Making sure that I'm progressing nice and easily. So step, 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 step. So wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Just keep this going. Get that nice fluid movement and making sure that we've got a nice tall posture. Excellent job, everyone. Good job. So nice and wide, then nice and tall. Good. Excellent. We're going to do this 2 more times. So as we go through, and wide, wide, narrow, narrow, wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Excellent job, everyone. Take a nice big deep breath. If you need, this is a good little chance to have a quick drink and just take a little break. Long deep breaths, making sure we're recovering properly. Excellent, excellent. Good job, everyone. So taking a nice big deep breath. So for our first little movement today, I'm going to be bringing in our chair. So now with the chair, I'll show you guys a couple of different views. So I'll show you the side on view, and I'll also show you the front on view for all of our different movements. So our first movement today, what I'd love you to do is I'm going to use the chair here, or if you're using your bench, just for a little bit of balance. And what we're going to do is we're going to get as tall as we possibly can. So we're going to go up onto our tippy toes. So I'm placing my hands here for a nice balance, and I'm going to press into the balls of my feet and come into a nice big calf raise. I'm up on my tippy toes and then slowly coming back down. So press up and then come back down. Press up and come back down. Excellent. So through here, we're going to get as tall as we can. So up nice and high, and then lower ourselves down nice and smooth. So tall and then lower down. Tall and lower down. Tall and lower down. Excellent. So if you need, you can have your hands here on the bench or on the chair, just to make sure that you've got plenty of balance and making sure you're feeling nice and safe and secure. If you wanted to challenge it a little bit, you can have your hands away from the bench or away from your chair and go up onto the top of your tippy toes and then coming back down. So get up nice and tall and then come down nice and smooth. Up nice and tall and then down nice and smooth. Always controlling the movement, nice and smooth. Excellent. We're going to do 3 more of these. So going up 3 and down, 2 and down, and 1. Beautiful. Now I'm going to stay in the same position here, nice and close to my balance point, so whether it's a chair or whether it's a bench. And what I'm going to do now is I'm now going to come down into a bit of a squat. So I'm going to almost be pretending I'm about to sit down in a chair. So placing my hands here on the back of the chair, I'm going to keep my balance and I'm going to push my hips back and then stand up nice and tall. So sit back and then stand up nice and tall. Now the good thing is with this movement, if you feel that you want to go all the way down into a nice squat, feel free to. If you can control all the way down, I'll encourage that. But the good thing is even if you're just pushing the hips back and then standing up nice and tall, hips back just a little bit and stand up nice and tall, that's a great movement as well. We're working and making sure that we've got happy ankles, happy knees, happy hips, and a happy spine. So whether it comes to our depth, whether we're going all the way down, or if we're just coming down a little bit, the main thing is we're working on a nice, happy and healthy movement pattern. Now if you feel like you'd like to challenge that a little bit, stepping a little bit away from your bench or your chair, please feel free to. Good job. Excellent. Now as we do this movement, one of the things what I want us to focus on, not just staying tall through the spine and having a nice smooth movement pattern, but I want you to make sure that your knees are tracking over your feet. So if you've got your feet turned out a little bit, that's okay. But one thing we want to avoid, I don't want to see anybody's knees falling in. So let's make sure that we sit back into the hips and make sure that our knees track over our feet and we have a nice smooth movement pattern. Excellent. Great job, everybody. Very nice. So keep that going. So as I was saying, doesn't matter whether your depth's a little bit shallow or if you're going all the way down, as long as we've got good tempo and it's a nice, happy and healthy movement, nice and smooth. We're going to do 3 more of these ones. So down, 3, down, 2, and down, 1. Excellent job. Take a nice deep breath, have a bit of a shake it out, make sure that everything's moving well, make sure we're feeling good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to incorporate those 2 movements. So the first movement was coming up onto our tippy toes in a nice tall calf raise. And the second movement we had, we came down into our squat. So to demonstrate this movement, we're going to go through up onto our toes, down into our heels, down into the squat, and then stand up nice and tall. Up onto the toes, down onto the heels, down into the squat, and then standing up tall. So we go up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. So we start to get a little bit of fluidity and a nice smooth tempo as we go down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Excellent job, everyone. Keep it nice and smooth. Make sure that we're keeping a nice tall spine, good posture all the way through the movement, and making sure, as always, as we go down into our squat, so we go from our tall position on our toes, heels come down, make sure our knees are tracking over our toes. So we're staying nice and tall through the movement the whole way through. Excellent. So make sure we're not pushing our knees together or letting them fall in. We're making sure that when we squat, our knees stay over our toes, we stand up tall, and then up onto our toes, onto the heels, push the hips back, stand up tall. Excellent. We're going to do 5 more of these. So as I come through, I'll go high, low, low, high, high. There's 5. Good job. And up. There's 4. Up onto the tippy toes. Come down. There's 3. Excellent. And tall again. Good job. There's 2. This is our last one. And stand up nice and tall. Excellent job, everyone. Take a nice big deep breath. Make sure you grab yourself a bit of a drink of water. Make sure that you're moving happy and healthy. Give yourself a little bit of a shake out, and we'll move on to the next movement. Excellent job. So we're going to be moving into another walking movement again. So everyone, just starting off, nice easy march here, walking on the spot. Excellent. Now, in our last module, what we were doing is we're going into a bit of a triangle. What we're going to do now is we're going to start to open this up and we're going to start to make a bit of a square. So rather than going wide, wide, narrow, narrow, what we're going to do is I'm going to step to the left, bring my foot over, step to the right, bring my foot over. I'm going to step back, step over, and we're going to almost make it into a bit of a box. So from here, stepping forward, feet together, step to the side, feet together, step back, feet together, step to the side, feet together. So we're making sure that as we go through, we're going to make sure we've got a little bit of rhythm to it, but we're also going to make sure that we're stepping in a nice controlled fashion and that we've got plenty of balance and we're making sure that we're feeling strong underneath our foot. So one of the great things with this movement is even if I'm just taking small steps, this is as far as I need to go. I'm still getting the balance and coordination that's needed, and I'm making sure that I'm moving at my pace. So even if I'm stepping forward, to the side, back, and to the side, I'm making sure that I've got balance on one foot, I've got stable on both feet, and I'm stepping in a controlled manner. So whether I'm stepping forward, to the side, behind me, or to the side, I'm making sure that I'm moving happy and healthy. I've got good mobility in my hips, really stable ankles and really strong feet. So I'm making sure that I'm moving really well. So side, side, forward, forward, side, side, back, back, side, side, forward, forward, side, side, back, back, side, side, forward, forward, side, side, back, back, side, side, forward, forward, side, side, back, back. One more time. Side, side, forward, forward, side, side, back, back. Excellent. Now from here, just to get our bearings again, we're going to do a nice easy march for a little while. And then you guessed it. So for me, I was going around clockwise actually. So for this time, I'm going to go counterclockwise. So from here, I'm going to start off stepping forward, 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 side, side, back, back, side, side. So I'm making sure with this step, I'm making sure that I'm going on to the opposite feet and going around the opposite side, so that from here I'm making sure that I've got balance and stability and mobility on both sides, both on my left and my right side. So from here, as I step and forward, forward, side, side, back, back, side, side, forward, forward, side, side, back, back, side, side. Excellent. Keep it going, guys. We've got a nice, smooth tempo, and making sure that we're staying nice and tall, making sure that we're moving well, and the other thing is making sure we're breathing well. So side, side, step, step, side, side, forward, forward, side, side, back, back, side, side, forward, forward. Excellent, guys. Keep it going. Nice. So making sure that we're moving well, we're breathing well, and also making sure that we're feeling confident in all of our steps. So if you need to shorten it up a little bit, feel free to, as long as you're moving at a pace, a tempo, and a stride length that you feel comfortable with. So even if they are short steps, I want you to feel happy and healthy with all of your movements today. Good job, everybody. Nice. We're going to go through for one more time. So, side, side, forward, forward, side, side, back, back. Excellent job, everyone. Take a nice big deep breath in. Excellent. And we're going to get right back on into our marching. Very nice. Okay. So everyone, we've kind of been following a little bit of a pattern with all of our movements. And with this next block, what we're going to be doing is really focusing on working our balance and our stability on one side at a time. So the first thing what we're going to do is we're going to start to focus on a little bit of a lunge. So with this movement, as I'm walking on in one spot, I'm going to lunge forward and then step back. I'm then going to lunge forward on the other side and step back. Now with this, I'm really just focusing on transferring weight forward and then coming back to my original position. So transfer the weight forward and then step back into our original position. So if you feel that you can go into a long, deep lunge, please feel free to. If you feel that you want to just take more of a short step and then come back to the original position, please feel free to. Another thing that we can do as well is if you've got your bench or your chair there, please feel free, step forward and you can put a little bit of weight into the chair or into the bench and then step back. Step forward and step back. Once we start to feel comfortable with this, I really encourage everyone just to be able to step, keep an upright torso, and then step back. So we're going to start into it with these ones, coming in and step forward and back. Onto the other side, step forward and back. Step forward and back. Now you'll notice I'm kind of taking my foot outside my center of gravity. So I'm almost stepping out towards the right and then back into the center. Out towards the left, then back to the center. So step forward and step back. Step forward and step back. So this is helping us with our balance, our stride length, and our stability and mobility. So step forward and step back. Good job, everyone. So go forward and back, nice and tall. Step forward and back. Step forward and back. Good job, everyone. Nice. Excellent. What we're going to do to increase the challenge, change a little bit of the dynamic stability and mobility, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to incorporate the hands. So as I step forward and reach, bring the hands back. Step forward and reach and step back. Good job. So it's almost like I'm stepping forward and reaching for something on a countertop. So step forward and reach. Excellent. Step forward and reach. Good job, everyone. Nice. We're going to keep this nice tempo of stepping forward and reaching forward and then coming back to our tall original posture and back position. Good job, everyone. So we step forward and reach. Step forward. Good job. Nice. We're going to do 5 more on each side with these ones. So what I want you to do, take a nice big deep breath, come back to our tall position and left for 1. Beautiful. Right for 1. Nice. Left for 2 and back. Right for 2 and back. Left for 3, back. Right for 3, back. Left for 4, back. Right for 4, back. Last one, left for 5 and right for 5. Excellent, good job everyone. So going back into a nice easy march. We're going to keep that theme going. So that walking, so stepping forward on one side and then coming back to our original position. What we're going to do now is rather than reaching forward, is I'm going to ask you to reach to one side of the body and then we're going to take our arms up nice and high. I've been doing a lot of stepping and a lot of lower body work, so I want to make sure that we move our arms as well. So in this next movement sequence, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take both my hands and I'm going to step to the left hand side. I'm going to take my hands and touch my left knee. And then when I come back to the original position, I'm going to take my hands up into a big Y. So now when I step to the right, touch the right knee and back into Y. To the left side, touch my left knee and then back into a big Y. So last one, onto the right knee and into a big Y. So I'm staying tall in my posture in the beginning position, but I've got a nice, smooth, easy step and lean or little lunge, and then back into a tall Y. Excellent, so let's keep these going. So from here we step and Y. So come forward and Y back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Excellent. Once again, everyone, doesn't matter how deep you go into your lunge and then back into the Y. So whether you're going into a deep lunge and then coming up into a long Y, or even if you're just stepping forward and stepping back, stepping forward and stepping back. It's whatever you feel comfortable with and whatever tempo and depth you feel happy and healthy with. So step forward and Y. Good job, everyone. Nice. Great job. Excellent, everyone. Very nice. So we step forward and back. Step forward and back. Step forward and back. Step forward and back. Good job. All right, guys, we're going to do this one for 10 more. So 5 on each side. So left for 1, back. Right for 1, back. Left for 2, back. Right for 2, back. Left for 3, back. Right for 3, back. Left for 4, back. Right for 4, back. Last one each side. Left for 5, back. Right for 5, back. Excellent job, everyone. Come on in, grab yourself a quick drink of water. Excellent. Very nice, everyone. Excellent. So from here, take a nice big deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Make sure that you're moving well, but also that you're breathing and recovering well. Excellent. So take a minute there, breathing in and breathing out. Excellent. Now, with this next one, we can either bring in the chair and use it as a bit of balance and as a little bit of assistance. But what I really want us to focus on is we're going to start focusing on a little bit more balance on each side so we can feel a little bit more strong and secure on each side. So demonstrating this on the side, if I'm going to be balancing on my right leg and I'm going to have my hands here on the chair or I can have them on a bench, what I'm going to do is get my balance with both feet securely underneath me, and then from here, while pressing into the back of the chair, I can then lift one leg up into almost like a high knee march. Bring the leg back down and then lift my opposite leg up. So from here, if I'm balancing on my right leg, lift my left leg and then down. Lift the right leg and down. Now once again, as we go into this alternating high knee march, for you, if your version of a high knee march is just to there, then that's exactly where it needs to be. As I was saying, everybody's got a body and everybody's body moves differently. So if you are focusing on a nice easy march where you're pressing the heel into the ground, you're able to lift the knee just a little bit, but you're still able to get all the benefits of the balance of being on one leg, then I don't mind how high that knee goes. The main thing is that you're getting a really good opportunity to balance on one leg and feel safe and secure on a single leg balance. Excellent. Good job, everyone. So, on the flip side, if you feel that you can stand up nice and tall and that you can lift the knees up a little higher, please feel free to. This one we not only want to work on that nice balance, but we also just want to work on a little bit of range of motion, flexibility and mobility. So if you can bring that knee up, please feel free to. Excellent. Good job, everyone. So we're just focusing on having that foot in the air just a little bit longer and making sure that we've got a nice long balance and making sure that we can work on that single leg work. Excellent. Now if you're feeling adventurous and you're feeling quite strong and secure, please feel free. Rather than having all of your weight on the bench, you can just have your fingertips just touching the bench or the back of the chair. Or if you're feeling quite good, please feel free to take the hands off the bench and focus on a nice, strong, single leg balance. Now, once again, if you are progressing off the bench, you don't have to have the knees come up all the way. Even if you take the hands off and we just work on a nice low leg but single leg balance movement, I'll be very happy with that and I'll be very proud of you for that. So really just focusing on being on one leg and just doing that little hover, that kind of that pause just for a little while and making sure that we feel nice and strong, nice and secure, and that we're working on our balance and our stability. Excellent. Good job. Now for this next one, I'm going to start off with the bench. We're still working on a little bit of a balance, but what we're now going to start to do is I'm going to be stepping over an imaginary tripwire. So I'm going to take my leg up, step over, and then balance on the other leg. Take the leg down, lift up, take it over, lift up, and come back on over. So I know I've got the chair there, so I'll demonstrate without it. So if I've got my hands here on the bench, I'm going to lift one leg up, I'm going to step over, and then I'm going to bring my second leg over. So I'm working on a little bit of balance as I step over, up and over, up and over, up and over. So for this one, even if I've got my hands on a bench, or if I'm working without the bench, I just still want to have that nice hover where I'm balancing on one leg. I change directions and then have that nice little hover as I come back on over. So really just working on our balance and coordination as I'm on one leg and once again on one leg. So here, one leg to two legs, one leg to two legs. So making sure that I'm moving smoothly, I'm in control, and that I've always got my chair or my bench nice and close to me in case I do need any help with the balance. So I'm stepping over and over. Excellent, everyone. Making sure we've got a nice, smooth transition and making sure that we're lifting our knee and lifting our foot over and making sure that we're working on that nice balance and our weight transfer. Good job, everyone. Very nice. We're going to do 3 more. So on the left for 1, on the right for 1, our left for 2, our right for 2, our left for 3, and our right for 3. Excellent job, everyone. Nice. Take a few deep breaths, give everything a little bit of a shake, and from here we're going to get back into our marching. So take a nice big deep breath in, and a big deep breath out. And from here, we're going to start our marching again. So, from here we've worked on plenty of balance work. We've worked on a fair bit of our single leg work going in multi directions. But what we're going to do now is we're going to start to incorporate a little bit of upper body. So, when we were moving earlier, we did a step and reach, and we came back to our original position. What we're going to do now is I'm going to do this now where we're going to step and reach with one leg, but we're going to have both hands together. From here, I'm then going to open up my hands. So I'm now reaching my fingertips as far apart as I can. And then from here, as I come back into the center, I'll step back. So from here, if I step out on my right hand side, both hands are together, and then I'm going to open up, come back into the center, and step back. So step forward, open up, close, and then come back into center. So step and reach, open up, and then back into the center. Good job, everybody. So we're opening up and making sure that we're stepping in a smooth pattern, opening up and getting a good stretch there. Open up. Nice. Good job. So step, open, close, and back. Step, open, close, and back. Good job, everyone. Making sure that we've got a nice strong step. We're feeling stable. A smooth open, close, and back. Very nice. Excellent job. And once again, just be aware of how deep you step and making sure that it's at a level that you feel comfortable at. Making sure that you've got a nice, whether it's a big long step and a big open, or if it's just a short step, but you still get the benefits of the opening up of the upper body. So, good job, everyone. Take a big deep breath as we move. Step and open. Good job. Step, open, and back. Nice. Good job, everyone. Nice. Excellent job. So we step and reach, we open up, and then step back. Step and reach, open up, and step back. Nice job, everyone. Good. Excellent. And we're going to do 3 more on each side. So as I come back to the center, and to the left for 1, open and close, right for 1, open and close, and left for 2, open and close, and right to 2, open and close, and left for 3, open and close, and right for 3, open and close. Very nice, everyone. Good job. Now's a good chance just to come on in, have a quick drink of water, and make sure that we're breathing well, we're moving well, and just taking our time through the movements. Excellent job. Now from here, if you've got a chair, what I'd love you to do is bring the chair nice and close, and we're going to go through a couple of our seated movements. So, excellent. So from here, what I'd like everyone to do is, so sitting down nice on the chair, staying nice and tall through our posture, what I'm going to get you to do is extending one of our legs. Now, with this movement, if you want, you can keep the heel down on the ground if that's going to give you a little bit of extra support and you feel that you're fatiguing a little bit. If you are able to lift the heel off the ground, I'd love you to take the heel off the ground, and from here what we're going to do is we're going to make some nice big ankle circles. So imagine that I've got a piece of chalk between my toes and I'm drawing the biggest circle that I can. So from here, I'm taking it all the way to the top, all the way to the sides, down to the bottom, and out and around. I'm really trying to draw a big circle. Excellent. Nice. We're going to do 2 more, all the way around. So up, around, down, around, up, around, down, around. And once I'm at the top, I'm then going to go around the other direction. So if you were going counterclockwise, you're now going to go clockwise. If you're going clockwise, you'll go counterclockwise. Good job. Once again, drawing those big circles all the way around. Nice. Excellent. We're going to do 2 more. So from the top, side to the bottom, to the side, to the top, and all the way around. One more time. When you get to the top, I'd love you from here. We're going to pretend that we're going to try and flick on and off a light switch with our foot. So I'm going to point and pull. Point and pull. So really point as far forward as we can, and then pull our toes as far back as we can, almost trying to press that heel forward. So point and pull. Point and pull. Point and pull. Point and pull. 2 more. Point and pull. Point and pull. Excellent. So from here, take both feet down onto the ground, have a little bit of a move around, make sure we're feeling okay. And then from here, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So from here, I'd love you to, if you can, extend the leg. If not, if you want to keep it down on the ground, keep that heel down, and we're going to start those ankle circles down here. If you can lift the foot up, please feel free to. So make sure that we're getting those nice big circles, trying to draw that big circle with a piece of chalk all the way around. Good job. So making sure we're getting all into the corners, open up that joint all the way around. Good job. Nice. So getting all the way around. We're going to do 3 more. So to the top, all the way around. 2 more. Excellent. And 1 more. Very nice. So if you were going clockwise, now from here it's time to go counterclockwise. Excellent. All the way around. Making sure that we've got those nice smooth movements all the way around. Excellent. Once again, if you're doing it on the ground, make sure that you're just getting as much range of motion as you can. Excellent. We're going to do 3 more. Excellent. 2 more. And last one. Very nice. Now from here, if you can, keep that foot nice and extended. We're going to flick on and off the light switch. So we're going to point and pull. Point and pull. Excellent. Really try and point the toes as far forward as we can, and then try and pull the toes as far back as we can. Almost trying to press that heel as far forward as we can. So push forward and pull back. So point and pull. Point and pull. Excellent. We're going to do 2 more. So pull, point, and pull. Excellent job. Now what we're going to do here, if you need, you can come a little bit further forward into the front of your chair. You can either hold on to the sides or just make sure that you've got your weight pushed back into the hips through here. Still staying tall through our nice tall posture. What we're going to do now is we're going to get into some leg extensions here. So if you need to hold on to the chair, please feel free to. But I just want you to extend the leg and point your heel towards the front of the room. Bring the legs back and then point. Excellent. So from here, really focusing on trying to keep our torso, our hips and our spine nice and still. So we don't want to be shifting our weight. We want to try and stay as still as possible, making sure we've got our core engaged, keeping our shoulders back and staying nice and tall. So as we extend, if you need, hold onto the chair, just making sure that we extend and then back to neutral. Now with this, I don't mind the tempo. If you'd like to speed things up and get a nice 1, 2, 1, 2, nice easy tempo, or if you're taking a little bit more time and you're making sure that you've got nice long technique and extending the leg out, take your time. The main thing here is that we're staying tall in our posture, that we're staying nice and upright in our chair, and that we've got a nice controlled movement. Very nice. Excellent job, everyone. Good job. We're going to do 3 more on each side. So 3, 3, 2, 2, and 1, 1. Excellent. Give yourself a little bit of a shake. Take some time out. Excellent. Take a nice big deep breath in. And relax. Good job. Our next movement, what we're going to be doing is we're going to really be working on our shoulder joints and keeping a nice tall posture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my hands out wide here. And from here, with my fingertips, I'm almost going to be reaching down to the ground. Now, one thing what I'm not going to do is if I'm looking from a side point of view, I'm going to try and reach my fingertips down to the ground. But what I'm not going to do is curl my spine and try to reach down that way. I'm still going to be sitting up nice and tall, but I'm going to try and reach my fingertips as far as I can down to the ground, so really pulling my shoulder down. The next thing that will happen is I'm going to bring my hands forward, and then from here, with my shoulders still in a nice neutral position, I'm going to try and reach my fingertips all the way to the other side of the room. From there, the next thing I'll do is I'll try and take my hands high, and I'm going to try and reach my fingertips all the way to the top of the roof, while still keeping a nice tall spine. The next thing I'll do is I'll take my arms into a bit of a cactus position, and then from here I'm going to try and squeeze my shoulder blades back together. Once I've squeezed my shoulder blades back together, I'll then bring my hands down to the side and I'll begin the process again. So, from a front-on view, what we'll be looking at is I'm going to try and get my fingertips all the way down to the ground. I'm then going to try and reach them forward, trying to get them to the front of the room. Then I'm going to take my hands as high as I can, try and touch the roof. And then from here, I'm going to bend the elbows, take them out to a cactus position, and I'm going to try and squeeze my shoulder blades back together. From there, take the hands back down, try and get my hands towards my fingertips down towards the ground. Take my fingertips to the front of the room, trying to reach, and then take them to the roof, trying to get as tall as I can, trying to touch the roof, and then bend the elbows, hands out to the sides in a cactus, and trying to squeeze my shoulder blades together. Excellent. Then bring them back down. We're going to do that 5 more times. So down towards the ground, forward, up to the roof, and then back into the cactus for 5. Take the hands back down, reach down for the ground, then reaching forward, reaching for the roof, and then out into the cactus for 4. Good job, big deep breath. Take the hands down. Excellent, trying to reach those fingertips down to the ground. Then reaching forward. Excellent, reaching nice and high. And then out into the cactus arms for 3. Good job, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Nice, take the hands back down. Beautiful. Big deep breath, trying to reach down for the ground. Excellent, reaching forward. Then reaching up nice and high. Excellent, bring the cactus arms back. There's 2. Beautiful, bring the hands back down. Very nice, big deep breath. Reaching down for the ground. Reaching forward. Reaching the hands high. Excellent, then taking them out wide. Squeeze those shoulder blades back and down. Good job, and then down. We're going to do 1 more round. Excellent, fingertips down towards the ground. Reaching forward. Reaching up nice and high, and then reaching back, squeeze those shoulder blades all the way back, try and get them to touch, and then bring them back down. Very nice, excellent. Take a big deep breath. You should be feeling all nice and bendy now. Excellent, good job. Take a big deep breath. If you need, come on in. We can grab a quick drink of water. Very nice. Excellent. Take a big deep breath in, and big deep breath out. Excellent, nice. Our next movement, what we're going to do is whether you've got your hands on a bench or whether you've got your hands on the chair, what we're going to try and do is we're going to start to make our arms and really use that new range of motion and that big stretch that we just had. So from here, what I'd like you to do, if you've got your hands on the bench or on the chair, from here, make sure you've got a nice bend in the knee, push your hips back, and our main goal today is to make sure that from our hips to the top of our head is a nice strong line. So try not to round the back or try not to arch the back too much. Just have a nice neutral position. Now, if you've got a higher bench or if you feel more comfortable having the hands on the side of the chair, on the back of the chair, I'm very happy for that. As long as you're feeling happy and healthy and you're moving well, I'll be happy with that. So from here, place the hands on whether it's the bench or the chair. And what I'd like you to do, have the feet and shoulder width apart. I'd like you to take the hand so that it's at the base of the head, at the top of your neck. And what we're going to do is we're going to rotate so that your elbow comes close to your wrist. And then we're going to open up. Bring the elbow nice and close to the wrist and open up. So if you've got your hand a little bit lower on the bench, what we're going to look towards is we're going to rotate in and then open up. Rotate in and open up. If you're in this position and you feel that you need a little bit more range of motion, you can actually take the hand here and do the same movement with a full arm and full arm extension. So, from here, pressing one hand into the bench or into the chair and just opening up so that if I was to take a snapshot right at this position here, from my right wrist to my left wrist is a nice long line and I'm creating as much space as I can. So a nice neutral position and then open on up. So neutral and then open on up. Nice. Take your time with this. So whether it's with your hand or whether you've got your hand behind your head, and we're opening up and getting a nice rotation. We're going to do 2 more on this side. So 2 and 1. Very nice. So from here you might need to move the chair or you might need to move around in the around your bench, but we're going to do the same movement. So once again, whether you're doing it at the back of a chair with the hand behind the head, or whether you're doing it on a bench with from hand to hand, all I want you to have is have the feet nice and neutral, have one hand on the bench or on the chair, and then from here we can open on up. As I was saying, in this position here, if I was to take a snapshot from my left hand to my right hand, I want to create a nice long line. So come down and open up. So I'm pressing my ground-based hand into the bench or into the chair, and then I'm opening up in a nice long line. Good job, guys. Very nice. So once again, if you're doing it with your elbow behind the wrist, elbow to the wrist, or if you're doing it from the chair here, the main thing that we're doing is we're starting to feel a little bit more range of motion and we're opening up. Excellent. Have a good deep breath in and breathe out. Very nice. Excellent. Alright guys, from there, take a nice big deep breath and come on down, back into the chair. What we're going to do now is, from here, we're going to really open up the chest and open up our breathing again. So what I'd love to ask you to do is sitting down on the chair, I'm going to get you to take both hands forward. From here, what we can now do is we're going to now take our hands into a big circle with the new range of motion that we've just gained from our stretches. So for me, I'm going to keep my left arm nice and straight, and then I'm going to take my right hand up. I'm going to turn the palm around so that it goes behind me. Take my fingertips down towards the ground, and then bring it back to the center. I'll do the same thing on the other side now. So keep my right hand straight, my left hand goes to the ceiling, open the palm so that it goes behind me, and then down to the ground and back into the center. So up, around, down, and up, around, down, and up. Excellent. And now with this one, just take it around at a nice easy tempo so that you feel a little bit of a stretch, but you're also feeling that you've got a little bit more range of motion that you had than when you started today. So we go up, around, down, and up, around, down, and up. Now the good thing is with this one, as I said, everybody's got a body and everybody's body moves a little bit differently. So if your hand might come out a little bit more to the side and doesn't quite get all the way down, all I want you to do is take this at your own time, your own tempo, and go to your range of motion. So we go up, around, down, and up. We're going to do 2 more on each side. So as I come around, I'm going to be starting with my right hand. So up, around, down, and up, around, down, and up. 1 more on each side. Up, around, down, and up, around, down, and up. Excellent job. Take a nice big deep breath, everybody. What I'd like you to do now is just breathe in and breathe out. Another long deep breath and big deep breath out. Excellent job. What we're going to do now, just to finish things off today, we're just going to go for another nice little march. And as we go through, we're really just going to reflect on all of the great things we've done today. So if we're starting with a simple march, today we can look back and we know that we've marched forward and back. We've gone through with a nice easy step that we're both going forward and back, and we know that we can take our weight forward and control it. We can take our weight back and control it. We've gone side to side, knowing that we can balance on one leg and making sure that we can step with control, with good tempo and good technique. Excellent, we did that in both directions, knowing that we go wide, wide, narrow, narrow, wide, wide, narrow, narrow. We've also been able to go into a box, be able to step side to side, feel comfortable and controlled, knowing whether we're taking our weight forward or whether we're taking our weight back. We've also known that we've been able to step and reach and come back, step and reach and be able to come back. And we've also been able to step, reach and change direction and open up. So everyone, look, I just want to say thank you so much for coming in and enjoying today's class. I know that this is something that we can do while we're at home, knowing that, while we're all in isolation, that this is just a little something to keep us going, to make sure that we're staying happy, healthy and active. I look forward to seeing you all at all of our live Zoom classes, and I also look forward to seeing you soon in our yoga classes. I want to say thank you so much for participating, and I hope you all had a wonderful time, and I look forward to seeing you soon in class.